Today we're going to talk about Urban Meyer, who thinks he's done with coaching. Oh yeah, and all that's coming up after the bumper.
What do you mean you don't subscribe to my son's YouTube channel?
Mama, no!
Just snap the damn ball, RJ.
What's up, kid folk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button because I upload a video every single day. It's always OU related, college football related, sports related. We have a good time. And today, going to talk about Urban Meyer, who gave his first interview since stepping down as the head coach of the Ohio State Buckeyes, where they had the problems with Zach Smith, but still ended up winning a Rose Bowl. Dwayne Haskins was first round draft pick, 12th guy taken overall off the board. We all know that they were really good on offense and that Ryan Day had that offense humming even as Urban Meyer stepped away for any number of reasons. Lately, it's been the cyst thing, where apparently cyst in his head ruptures when he yells too loud, and that's a problem. Now, we're going to get into more of that, but it bears mentioning again. His first interview since stepping down, that's been like 6 months. He's been firmly into his role as an assistant athletic director at Ohio State, where he apparently is just down the hall from old Gene, learning at his knee, no doubt looking to take Gene's job whenever they decide to fire him over, some scandals that got over there right now. We're not supposed to talk about it. But I find all this interesting because, one, Urban Meyer, while an assistant athletic director at Ohio State, making 100 G's a year, is also going to be a studio analyst for Fox Sports with Matt Leinart and Reggie Bush, who apparently are openly recruiting him to be the next head coach at USC, as Clay Helton is still the head coach at USC. Clay Helton, man. Are you just on borrowed time and you don't know it? Because apparently you're the only person who doesn't. And I hate saying that because it feels like Clay Helton is a nice guy. And it feels like he had the program going right along until he didn't. They go 5-7. They should have beat that Notre Dame team. They didn't. Notre Dame made the college football playoff. They went 5-7. He was told to make some changes specifically to his offense. He fired everybody, brought in Cliff Kingsbury. Cliff Kingsbury left him. Brings in another guy, Graham Harrell, to run an offense that Clay Helton has never run before in his life. Yet and still, he's still the head coach at USC as Brew McCoy decided to enroll, and then a day later said, you know what, I think I'm going to go to Texas. It's all very bad if you're Clay Helton. And now it's worse because you got a guy in Urban Meyer who, despite what we all think about him, won at Florida, won at Ohio State, left Ohio State in really good shape with Ryan Day, and apparently has been so quiet these last few months. He says to try to give Ryan Day all the room he needs to be the head coach at the Ohio State. And on the one hand, I commend him for that. On the other hand, I'm going, who else are you not talking to? Apparently, because you talk to Ryan Day all the time, you just don't talk about it publicly, or you're not giving interviews publicly. And I get it. You give it to the Columbus Dispatch. It's a good move. I don't know why you would say, I'll just say that I think I'm done, except if you want to give Ohio State fans the red rear, because they got to be hot about this, because they're going, look, you said that you were done. You told us you were done. Well, he said he was done after Florida, too. I mean, y'all just aren't paying attention. And I thought it was interesting also that he reached out to Bob Stoops to ask, how are you doing this? How did you do this? How does this actually work? He said he spends a lot more time staring at the walls, looking at the memorabilia and the family portrait and whatnot. I think the man's bored. I think it's what it is. I think he's bored, and I think if he did not have the kind of concerns that he had last year, specifically with his head where he's down on one knee, if he did not have, the stressors that come with being the head coach of a blue blood college football program like Ohio State, it'd be a problem. It'd be a problem for anybody. And I think the older you get as a coach, the more you're like, my body just can't do this anymore. And is it really that worth it? Because I've made millions and millions and millions of dollars being a college football coach. And isn't it time for me to enjoy my kids and their kids and get ready to be a granddad, if not already having been a granddad, watching my kids graduate, become adults to themselves. And I don't know, join a bridge club, play Parcheesi, throw bones, play spades, find a partner who knows this 9 of hearts in your hand is a bad mamma jamma. But please, don't go back to college football and then be like, why? I'm really good at that. Why wouldn't I go back to doing the thing that I like to do and the thing that I'm really good at? Especially if somebody continues to want to not only pay me millions of dollars to do it, but I'm going to be on TV doing it. And I'm going to get to walk into living rooms and win a kid and win a kid's family. And I'm going to get to stand on podiums and raise trophies because the Big Ten ain't nothing. I'm saying that just to talk noise to y'all. I know the Big Ten has Ohio State, Penn State, actually not even Michigan. Yeah, it goes downhill real quick. But you get my point. It ain't the Pac-12. It could be the Pac-12. It's not the Pac-12. My point is that you could see Urban Meyer at USC, but you could also see him at any number of places, right? What's to say that the man wouldn't take the job at Notre Dame if Brian Kelly were to get fired next year? What's to say that the man wouldn't take the job at Florida State if Willie Taggart were to get fired next year? There's so many jobs that people would be chomping at the bit to give to Urban Meyer. If for no other reason than we know that all anybody wants to do in college football is win. Integrity be gone. They just don't care. If you can get W's, get W's. If you can get W's and keep your honor and integrity, cool. We'll take that too. But we don't care about your baggage. We don't care about what happened at Florida. We don't care about Andy Staples actually keeping a spreadsheet of who was arrested and why. We only care that you get these W's. And certainly that was the case at Ohio State, and that would be the case at a place like USC, where apparently the Heisman Trophy winners feel perfectly within their rights to be like, yo, Urban, Clay Helton, he's going to be out next year. Perhaps you would take the job. And how do you even function in a place like that where the piranha looking to just eat you alive everywhere you go? You don't. Or you take the money and run. I hope Clay Helton does that. All right, that is it for me. On to the next segment. Doses.